If you're a migrant in the US, stop scrolling. 500,000 people are about to get legal work authorization starting December 1st, and you could be one of them. The first detail everyone is talking about is the scale. 500,000 migrants gaining legal work status at once is staggering. For years, undocumented workers and those in temporary statuses have faced uncertainty, often working under the radar, with limited protections and constant fear of deportation. This new authorization allows them to obtain legal work permits, access benefits, and enter the formal economy. Analysts predict that this move could significantly reduce exploitation, improve workplace safety, and increase tax revenue for local, state, and federal governments. The policy is expected to affect multiple sectors. Industries such as agriculture, construction, hospitality, healthcare, and logistics have long relied on migrant labor. In some cases, labor shortages have forced businesses to scale back operations or pay higher wages to attract domestic workers. By providing legal work status to 500,000 migrants, employers can now fill critical positions with experienced workers who have been in the country for years. This is expected to stabilize supply chains, boost productivity, and even lower costs for consumers. Eligibility criteria are key to understanding who benefits. While the announcement covers 500,000 individuals, not every migrant qualifies. Priority is given to those who have been in the United States for a certain period, have passed background checks, and meet specific employment or residency requirements. The government has emphasized that the goal is to support workers who are already contributing to the economy while ensuring national security and regulatory compliance. Applicants will need to provide proof of residency, employment history, and identity, making preparation and documentation crucial for a successful application. The timing of this decision is also notable. December 1st marks the official start date for legal work status. That means eligible migrants can begin applying immediately, and many will be able to start working legally within weeks of approval. Advocacy groups are advising applicants to gather all necessary documents, including passports, social security records, and proof of employment or residence, to expedite processing. The government has pledged to streamline the application process and provide support through online portals, hotlines, and local immigration offices. Political reactions have been mixed but intense. Supporters argue that this is a pragmatic solution to labor shortages and a humanitarian gesture for migrants who have long contributed to the economy under challenging conditions. Critics, however, raise concerns about potential impacts on domestic workers, wage levels, and long-term immigration policy. Regardless of political leanings, the consensus among experts is that the announcement represents a significant shift in approach, signaling a willingness to regularize a substantial portion of the workforce that has been in legal limbo for years. Businesses are already planning for the impact. Employers in sectors like agriculture have expressed relief, noting that legal work authorization will make hiring more predictable, reduce turnover, and allow them to invest in training and safety measures. Hospitals and care facilities, which often face staffing shortages, are also preparing to integrate eligible migrants into their workforce, improving service delivery and patient care. The ripple effects are expected to be felt across multiple industries, benefiting not only employers but also local communities and the broader economy. The policy also has a significant social dimension. Legal work status grants access to protections that were previously unavailable, including fair wages, workplace safety regulations, and the ability to report abuse without fear of retaliation. For many migrants, this represents a dramatic improvement in quality of life and security. It also allows families to plan for the future, access housing and educational opportunities, and participate more fully in civic and community life. Social advocates are highlighting the transformative nature of this change, emphasizing that it is more than just an economic policy. It is a step toward dignity, stability, and inclusion for 500,000 individuals. Application procedures will be a critical factor in the success of this program. The government has announced that applications can be submitted online, with in-person support available for those who need assistance. Forms will require personal information, proof of residence, employment verification, and background check details. Applicants are advised to prepare carefully, keep copies of all documents, and check for updates regularly, as processing times may vary depending on demand and the complexity of individual cases. Being proactive is essential to ensure timely approval and uninterrupted work eligibility. The announcement also includes measures to prevent fraud and misuse. Unauthorized individuals attempting to claim benefits or work permits will face legal consequences. Verification procedures will involve cross-referencing government databases, employment records, and identity documents. This approach ensures that the policy benefits its intended recipients while maintaining integrity and compliance with existing laws. Migrants are encouraged to follow official channels and avoid third-party services that promise faster processing, as many are scams that exploit vulnerable populations. For the broader U.S. labor market, the implications are substantial. By formalizing the employment of 500,000 migrants, the government is effectively addressing labor gaps in critical sectors. This is expected to enhance productivity, reduce disruptions in essential services, and support economic growth. Analysts predict that businesses will benefit from reduced turnover, better trained employees, and lower risks associated with illegal employment practices. Additionally, local economies will see increased spending as workers with legal income contribute to housing, retail, and community services. From a humanitarian perspective, the policy represents a significant acknowledgement of the contributions of migrants. Many of the eligible individuals have lived and worked in the U.S. for years, paying taxes, supporting families, and contributing to society under challenging conditions. Providing legal work authorization validates their efforts, offers security, and ensures that they can continue contributing without fear of deportation or exploitation. Community organizations and advocacy groups are preparing information campaigns to help eligible migrants navigate the process, access support, and understand their rights. Legal experts recommend that migrants act swiftly. December 1st is the start date, and early submission of applications can help avoid backlogs and delays. Applicants should ensure that all forms are complete, accurate, and supported by verifiable documentation. They should also monitor government communications for updates, changes to eligibility, or additional instructions. Being informed and proactive is the best way to secure timely approval and begin working legally as soon as possible. There is also an educational aspect to consider. Migrants who gain legal work status may now be eligible for training programs, certifications, and professional development opportunities that were previously inaccessible. This can enhance skills, increase earning potential, and improve career prospects. Employers are expected to support workers in accessing these programs, creating a positive feedback loop of growth, development, and economic contribution. Families of migrants are set to benefit as well. Legal work status often enables access to dependent visas, allowing spouses and children to live and study in the U.S. legally. This strengthens family stability, promotes educational opportunities for children, and ensures that households can thrive without fear of disruption. Advocacy groups are emphasizing the positive social impact of this policy, highlighting how legal status transforms lives beyond the workplace. Public reaction has been varied but intense. Social media platforms are filled with discussions, support messages, and debates about the implications for U.S. society and the economy. Community organizations are sharing guidance, news updates, and support materials to help migrants navigate the process. Analysts suggest that the visibility of this policy could influence broader immigration reform debates, encouraging more systematic approaches to workforce integration, legal protections, and economic inclusion.